Thank you, Kelly. Our commentary tonight also being broadcast on BBC Radio Merseyside. So welcome everyone to Salzburg. As I was saying, one of the most picturesque spots in Europe, I would argue. Northern Austria on the border of Germany. I think only an hour or so away from Munich, where our Champions League commentary is going to come from tomorrow night. You've got the snow-capped Alps all around. We had a little wander around the old town this afternoon, found a Christmas market, stunning sort of Baroque-style architecture everywhere. But inside this stadium, looking down at that sort of lush rectangle of green turf, the two teams just warming up upon it and getting ready for the game, lurks real danger for Liverpool. In terms of Erling Braut Haaland, the 19-year-old Norwegian who's been making all the headlines this season, if you're at home, just get your stopwatch on this game. He is averaging a goal every 37 minutes and 22 seconds in the Champions League this season. So if Liverpool can get beyond that, that will be a start. Let's just remind you of the permutations as well. Liverpool, if they win tonight, will win the group and go through to the last 16 as group winners. A draw tonight, they also definitely qualify, but whether they finish first or second in the group would then depend on what happens between Napoli and Genk. If Liverpool lose tonight, they can still qualify if Napoli lose at home to Genk, or if Napoli win that game, but Liverpool would then have to score 4 or more in a 1-goal defeat. So that is very, very unlikely. If Liverpool lose tonight and the Napoli game is a draw, nothing Liverpool can do about it, regardless of the scoreline. The European champions would be out. Beautifully choreographed opening to this game. Lovely half-hour build-up. Stephen was describing those sort of silver and blue foil flags that were being waved. You could actually hear the swoosh of them on the wind as they were being waved, and then just these little sort of big picture postcards that all the fans were holding up of the Salzburg first team squad, just their sort of facial images in silhouette. You can hear the home fans making a right old racket. Very simple for them tonight. Win the game, knock the European champions out, and they are through to the last 16. Salzburg against Liverpool is about to get underway. It does get underway here on BBC Radio 5 Live. Liverpool all in red, playing from right to left in the first half, and Salzburg all in black, which makes things nice and easy. Haaland immediately onto the ball, running away from Van Dijk, and Van Dijk gets to him, makes the challenge, won it shoulder to shoulder. But that was a really dangerous moment in the first 10 seconds of the game for Liverpool. Stephen Warner.
Yeah, and there's the pace of Haaland, but also the pace of Van Dijk. It won't worry Van Dijk how quick Haaland is. He's got that pace as well to burn, to get back into position and recover. Great strength from Virgil van Dijk again.
We always talk about all the attacking talent that Liverpool possess, but I think certainly in the first sort of 15-20 minutes of this game, Salzburg coming at them hard. Big night for the likes of Van Dijk and Henderson and Wijnaldum and the goalkeeper Alisson as well. Here they come again. It's Hwang trying to get behind Van Dijk, and again the defending is brilliant. He holds him off, he slides in, and he clears the ball away with his left foot. Fast start by the home team. They've taken the throw in quickly. Ball is into the penalty area. Liverpool have a couple of men there. The challenge is on Minamino, and it is not behind for a Salzburg corner.
Oh, what a start from Salzburg. He knew they had to come out the traps, they had to be quick. Minamino there with a lovely through ball. Again, Van Dijk alive to the situation to deny Hwang, but it's another it's a corner for Salzburg early on in the game.
90 seconds played, and Liverpool have had to call on the excellence of Virgil van Dijk twice already. Szoboszlai, the Hungarian, with the corner. Ball is flicked to the far post, controlled poorly on the edge of the penalty area. Liverpool trying to get bodies in the way. Back wide to Szoboszlai. Cross comes in, headed away by Lovren, and then a bobbling shot goes through the penalty area and behind for the goal kick. It is Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0.
This is where Alisson has to be sensible, slow the game down. Andrew Robertson there just saying, calm the game down now, just relax. You don't have to weather this early storm that Salzburg are going to throw at you.
2 minutes played. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0, and Liverpool just trying to slow things down, but Hwang, the South Korean international, comes scurrying into the penalty area, puts Alisson under pressure, ball breaks to the edge of the box. Haaland takes one touch with his right foot, lays it back, Mwepu's drive is hit straight at Alisson, who makes the save and immediately bowls the ball out to another former Salzburg player in Sadio Mane. Little 1-2 with Firmino down the left. Mane is tackled and the ball is out for a Liverpool throw. Some atmosphere, some start to this game, and we kind of felt it was going to be like this.
Yeah, we did feel like it was going to be like this. The atmosphere is just cranked up a level. Away to our left, the die-hard Salzburg fans trying to get it going. Great start from Salzburg.
Lovely volleyed pass from Andy Robertson at left back, all the way across the field to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Mo Salah in the black cotton gloves gets his first touch of the evening, and just with his palms just sort of waves them and tells Liverpool to calm down as he knocks the ball back into the Liverpool half. Building nicely, Firmino onto Wijnaldum, just completely mishit the pass, kind of took his eye off the ball and his foot just went straight over the top of it. Liverpool have it again on the left. Here is Wijnaldum, and an early goal in Naples. Napoli 1, Genk 0. So the table as it stands has Napoli on 12 points, Liverpool on 11, and Salzburg finishing on 8. So that's no real danger to Liverpool so far. But Liverpool know a win or a draw tonight, and they are definitely through to the last 16 of the Champions League. And they have just got a hold of things for a second here. Alisson, all in green, swings his right boot at the ball, clears it diagonally to the left. Robertson controls, plays it infield to Wijnaldum on the halfway line, looks back and finds Lovren. Lovren quickly out to the right-hand side, and Alexander-Arnold back into the Liverpool half. Lovren looking for the ball over the top towards Salah. Might fall for Salah. Here's a chance. Good save. It's blocked, and behind for the corner, Stankovic, the Salzburg keeper, just stood big and tall there, got something on it, and that was a good chance for Liverpool.
They should score. It's a great opportunity. It's a simple ball over the top from Lovren. They've done it and time again in the last couple of weeks against Everton, against Bournemouth. Salah should do better.
Stephen Warnock with us on BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside. Jeers and whistles as Liverpool get ready to take the attacking set piece. All in red. Alexander-Arnold, an away swinger to the near post, cleared to the edge of the penalty area. Chance for Salzburg to get this away down the right. It's Hwang, who's under a bit of pressure from Van Dijk, who stayed forward. Hwang not sure what to do. That is such a risky pass. He's given it away. Wijnaldum to Mane on the turn. Cross to the far post. Might be a chance. Alexander-Arnold, the angle was tight. He's looped it up right across the face of goal. It's come back to Mane. Here's Wijnaldum. Back to goal inside the Salzburg penalty area. Just a slightly sort of rougher part of pitch where he is at the moment, but he's surrounded by 4 black shirts, and eventually Salzburg are able to play it away down the right. Henderson in to intercept, and it's knocked out for a Salzburg throw. Let's remind you of the Liverpool team. 3 changes tonight. Alexander-Arnold, Wijnaldum and Mane coming back into the side. Alisson in goal. Back 4 of Alexander-Arnold, Lovren, Van Dijk and Robertson. Wijnaldum, Henderson and Naby Keita. Not seen too much of him so far this evening. Mo Salah and Sadio Mane either side of Roberto Firmino. Haaland comes racing in, stretches out a leg as Alisson clears, and Alisson's ball goes long and out for a throw to Salzburg on the left-hand side. 2 balls on the pitch, so I think we're going to have to start that again. Salzburg have Zizan Stankovic, a native Austrian, in goal. Recently won his first few caps for the national team. There are 6 players aged 22 or under in this starting 11 tonight. The right back Rasmus Christensen is one of them. Andreas Ulmer isn't. Very experienced player, has made almost 450 appearances for this club. He's at left back. Jerome Ongene and Maximilian Verber are the 2 21-year-old centre-backs. Zlatko Junuzovic and Enoch Mwepu in central midfield. Takumi Minamino and Dominic Zoboszlai on either flank, with Hwang and Haaland up front. Here's Hwang, 25 yards out, thinks about the shot, knocks it to Minamino, lovely back heel, Hwang onto the left foot, great chance, dinks it, Alisson saves, rebound comes and Liverpool eventually scramble it away. And I just wonder there, offside flag goes up, whether Salzburg thought there was a handball, because when Hwang hit the shot, Alisson put a hand up, but he had a Liverpool defender right next to him who also looked like he might have had an arm in the vicinity. We've not had a break in play since. VAR will look at all those sorts of incidents and Stephen Warnock is looking at it right now. Free kick to Liverpool. Let's just see what the referee does here. They didn't really appeal, actually, the Salzburg players.
No, it's a great save from Alisson, a double save from Alisson. He's big, he's brave. You think of the Napoli save that he made last year towards the end of the game. It's similar to that. He comes and spreads himself. But what we've seen from Salzburg early on is two sides to them. Fantastic attacking team, but they can't defend. They give you opportunities at the back.
Here's another one. Firmino, edge of the penalty area. Mane in space. Robertson outside him. Mane with the curler, just wide. Stankovic at full stretch, wasn't sure. And it's behind for the goal kick. BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside tonight. We are live in Salzburg. Napoli lead Genk 1-0 in the other early kick-off in the group this evening. As things stand at the moment with this game 0-0, Napoli are going through as group winners and Liverpool through in second place. That would change if Liverpool can get themselves ahead. Two Champions League commentaries for you tonight on 5 Live. Chelsea-Lille kicks off at 8 o'clock. Chelsea knowing a win at home tonight against Lille would also take them through to the last 16. Tottenham and Manchester City, from the English point of view, are already there. Lovren in, volleys the ball away. Was a slight injury concern ahead of the game, but fit to take his place in the centre of defence. Throw in for Salzburg on the left. Very entertaining first 8.5 minutes of the game. Here comes Salzburg again at pace. Hwang to Haaland on the left-hand side. He's overhit the cross with his left foot. Two Salzburg players in there. Neither of them can catch it. Mwepu does manage to get the ball back to Christensen. Back to Mwepu on the right. Sliding challenge from Mane. Picks himself up to try and make another tackle. Then the block on Mwepu's cross. Clever from Firmino. Little overhead kick. Christensen read it. Ball drops to Minamino on the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Firmino can't control. Szoboszlai, who's just 19 years old, as is Haaland, plays his pass into the big Norwegian, couldn't control it. So open this game. Firmino comes sprinting forward, took his eye off the ball, and that was a very easy tackle for Ongene. It's hard to draw breath here, Stephen Warner.
Yeah, poor from Firmino. Great opportunity to run with the ball. He's got options left and right and just overruns it. As I was talking about before the game, Ali, that option of Origi starting through the middle. A lot of the Liverpool fans felt that Firmino's looked tired in recent weeks, and maybe Origi would have been a better option tonight.
Jurgen Klopp out on the side of the pitch, quite sensibly, in a big grey padded coat. Baseball cap pulled down tightly on the flowing hair as Hwang chases a ball down the right. Van Dijk's got such speed and strength. Bumps into Hwang, knocks him over. Fair shoulder challenge between the two players, and Liverpool have it inside their own half. Wijnaldum under a bit of pressure. Nice pass to Henderson. Henderson with the outside of his right boot sees Alexander-Arnold in plenty of space. He crosses the halfway line, goes for one of those magnificent diagonal balls, and it's worked out beautifully. Mane just trying to nick down the byline there. Christensen had left about a yard, Stephen, between him and the byline, and Mane just tried to knock it in that little corridor, and it just ran out of play for the goal kick.
Ali, so far Liverpool's decision making up top's been poor. If they'd have picked the right pass a couple of times, it's a simple goal for them. The Salah one, he goes through, he's on his right foot. Mane stood in the middle, a simple pass across. He's got that opportunity to put it in an open goal. Mane takes the shot from the edge of the box. He's got Robertson screaming past him on this left-hand side. If he gets it, it's a simple pass into the middle again for an open goal. Just decision-making hasn't been right for Liverpool so far.
If you are just tuning in, Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Good enough at the moment for Liverpool to go through. Well, a draw tonight is good enough for them anyway, but as things stand, they're going through in second place with Napoli leading Genk 1-0. Foul by Mwepu on Mane. He immediately picks the ball up and says to the referee, look, that's what I kicked. He might have done, but he also got a bit of Mane. Henderson takes it quickly. Liverpool 35 yards out on the left-hand side. Robertson, Naby Keita had to stretch, did well to keep that for Liverpool. Firmino back to Robertson, who comes back to the halfway line. Confident, assured touch from Lovren. Controlled a bouncing ball well. Wide to Alexander-Arnold. Back to Lovren, and Lovren goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Alisson, who's standing 5 yards outside the penalty area. Gives it to Lovren. Lovren back again. Minamino closes in. Haaland is now trying to put pressure on Henderson's long ball downfield, headed away by Ongene. Wijnaldum turns infield and finds Naby Keita. Good skill, shifts the ball from right foot to left foot, onto Mane. Liverpool looking dangerous. Robertson's low ball in, blocked at the near post, and out for a Liverpool throw on the left. If this game ends 0-0, I'm selling up and moving to Austria. It won't. It just won't. It won't.
Big words, Ali, big words. It's been a great start from both teams. We knew it'd be exciting football. Brilliant play from Liverpool down this left-hand side.
12 minutes gone first half. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Remember that first game that finished 4-3. Liverpool taking the 3-0 lead, pegged back to 3-3. And then Mo Salah with his second goal of that game, getting the winner. Van Dijk been really important in the first 5 minutes for Liverpool. Two very, very crucial challenges to prevent Salzburg getting through on goal. Floated pass down the right-hand side from Junuzovic, who plays in central midfield, the number 16. One of the more experienced members of this Salzburg team, now 32 years old, won over 50 caps for Austria, doesn't play for the national team anymore. Here's Henderson, Liverpool captain. Right-footed low pass out to Alexander-Arnold, and Liverpool will recycle and come back again to Alisson. Alisson with his right foot clips a low pass to Van Dijk. Van Dijk controls back to Alisson. Salzburg just hold their shape. Van Dijk thinks about a longer ball downfield, decides to hit that with his right foot, bounces once. Alexander-Arnold chests it down, casually rolls his pass into the feet of the left back Ulmer. It bounces off him and goes out for a Liverpool throw. Bayern Munich against Tottenham is your 5 Live commentary in the Champions League tomorrow night. Bayern have already won that group. Tottenham going through in second spot. Draw for the knockout stages will be next Monday. Alexander-Arnold's ball into the penalty area. Mane just beaten to it. Christensen clears. Space now for Salzburg to bring the ball forward out of their own half. Mwepu lays it off on the left-hand side. Here's Minamino. Just brings it in off that left-hand touchline. Nice little bit of skill there. And now Hwang looking for the run of Haaland, slices the pass. Lovren almost left that to Alisson. Didn't realise that Minamino was behind him, then reacted, cleared it. Salzburg throw. Stephen Warnock.
Liverpool getting caused a few problems on the break. You can just see Hwang and Haaland, what they do when the ball goes high up the pitch for Liverpool. They just come off Van Dijk, they come off Lovren. They get in an area where Lovren and Van Dijk aren't quite happy to go in. It's given them opportunity to turn and build attacks.
Draw is good enough for Liverpool to go through to the last 16. A win wins the group. A defeat and they could be in trouble. Defending a throw on the left at the moment. They know they will get chances. Salzburg feel the same way. Shot to nothing really for Salzburg. They are the underdogs. They have been brilliant in the Champions League so far this season, but they are at home and they are giving this a right go. Throwing down the left-hand touchline to Minamino, who's got Henderson for company. Somehow gets that cross in. It's right across the face of the Liverpool goal. Robertson is there, clears it on the half volley. Mane chases it across the halfway line, and it's volleyed out of play by the Cameroon international Jérôme Onguene, who I noticed was actually a French youth international, and back in the day in some of their young teams played his football alongside a certain fella called Kylian Mbappe. Throw in for Liverpool. Robertson holds the ball high above his head. Sir Bradley Wiggins, we believe, is in attendance this evening because we know our colleagues at LFC TV, Stephen, bumped into him this afternoon.
Yeah, they said he was sort of trying to go under the radar a little bit in the markets. He was spotted, did a little interview with them, said he spoke very, very highly of Liverpool. Excited to watch the game tonight. He was at Porto as well last season. I'm a big fan.
15 minutes played in the first half. Throwing for Liverpool on the right-hand side. Remember tonight you can listen alongside the final score graphics and video printer. You can get to those either via the red button, the iPlayer, or the BBC Sport app, and you click on 5 Live final score. Throwing down the right-hand side into the Salzburg half, volleyed away by Ulmer, the left back, and we just have a slightly quieter passage in play. Haaland catches the eye naturally, Stephen, because he is a big blonde bombshell of a centre forward. He's a real sort of cartoon like Roy of the Rovers character, 6'4" tall, looks like a real old-fashioned centre forward. Robertson's ball in to Firmino, 35 yards out, slightly loose pass from him. Henderson had to go chasing, but he does get there. Wide to Alexander-Arnold, cuts infield onto the left foot, little back heel to Henderson. Firmino starts to make a run to the right, but Liverpool work it back to the halfway line. Alexander-Arnold now in midfield, chipping a ball forward. Salah and Firmino both chase. It's headed to Salah by the left back Ulmer. Mane lurking at the far post, but Salah's moving away from goal at the moment. Plays it to Alexander-Arnold, darts between two defenders, cross into the near post, headed away by Ongene, and Hwang controls for Saltzburg, and suddenly Liverpool looking a little exposed, but it's overrun by the 19-year-old Szoboszlai on the left-hand side, and Henderson is there to mop things up. Henderson's giving the ball away now. Loose clearance, finds Robertson wide to Mane. Mane with a chance to run here at Christensen, goes down, not going to get a free kick, picks himself up, good strength from Mane, holds off Mwepu, then back heels, tries to turn away from him, Mwepu's fouled him, and finally Sadio Mane wins the free kick.
Oh, what a battle that was. Mane just so strong in the challenge. Christensen thinks he's got him, Mwepu comes over to try and help, and Mane just rolls his body, drags his foot over the top of it and turns away. And it was what Jesse March talked about before the half-time against Liverpool. Get in and amongst them, don't show them respect, be aggressive with them. They've certainly been that so far, Ali.
18 minutes played in the first half. Stephen Warnock with us here in Salzburg. Robertson's free kick curled in and headed away to the edge of the box. Hwang, rather dangerous header across the face of his own penalty area. Alexander-Arnold had a foot up and stretches. Referee says play advantage. Long ball from Hwang. Alisson miles out of his penalty area in just the right place though. Didn't even head it on the bounce, on the full, and nods it out to the left. Throw in from Szoboszlai. Actually looked like a foul throw from here. He was so desperate to get that ball away. Liverpool have managed to deal with it. Robertson side foots a pass, a high ball down the left hand side. Hwang goes back to try and win it, and here's Junuzovic playing it through to Minamino. Szoboszlai stretches, can't win it for Salzburg. Alexander-Arnold just puts his right foot through that, and Salah will sprint as fast as he can to try and catch the pass, which is headed down the left flank. Cleared by Stankovic, headed down by Wijnaldum into Sadio Mane. Remains Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Keep reminding you as well, a draw good enough for Liverpool to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League once again. Mane gets onto the pass from Wijnaldum, goes for the curling shot. Stankovic saves, palms it away. Here's Keita. Keita trying to make space for another shot. Blocked. Now a volley from Alexander-Arnold just goes fizzing over the crossbar. 3 quick efforts from Liverpool, and crucially for Salzburg, Stankovic was equal to that first effort from Sadio Mane.
Yeah, Mane's been the best player on the pitch for Liverpool so far. Just drops the shoulder, darts away from Christensen on this left-hand side and tries to open his body up. If you think of Thierry Henry trying to find the far corner, good save from Stankovic, and then it's a wasted opportunity from Naby Keita. He should lay it to the edge of the box to Henderson, who'll have a better strike at goal. Wasted opportunity from Liverpool.
Hwang chases, good ball down the left-hand side. Van Dijk has been pulled out of the middle. Hwang, good ball in just beyond Haaland. Alisson is out quickly to grab it with both hands. There are so many opportunities in this game.
There are, and that shows why Alisson, for me, is arguably the best goalkeeper in the world. He's alert, he's on his toes, he's helping his centre-backs out. Superb.
Firmino, good turn on the halfway line. Comes dancing forward. Mane, little nutmeg of a pass through to Keita. Keita to Wijnaldum. Sees Salah in a bit of space on the right-hand side. Salah onto the left foot. Low, raking ball across the face of goal. Intercepted by Ongene. And it's Mwepu who is able to bring it away for Salzburg. And look at the space here on the left-hand side for Minamino. He's got Hwang inside. Minamino onto Hwang, hits the shot, and he scuffed it. And Alisson gets down and makes a very comfortable save.
And Mwepu's causing Liverpool all kinds of dangers from centre midfield. He's so powerful in the way he runs. He breaks with the ball, finds a lovely pass to Minamino. And Minamino again, you're thinking he's going to take a shot on. Lovely reverse pass, and it's Hwang again making that darting run in behind Liverpool. They are dangerous going forward. They're very susceptible at the back, but it seems the same from both teams.
Stephen Warnock with us on BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside tonight. Stephen, a man who I noticed today made his Liverpool debut in this competition in this country, in Austria, 2004.
Yeah, the season we went on to win the Champions League. Came on for Steven Gerrard in the AK Graz game, who'd managed to grab himself a couple of goals in that game. But yeah, a very proud moment for myself to come on in that game.
Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Christensen, the right back, fires the ball into the middle of the pitch. Szoboszlai, clever floated first time pass to the left back. Ulmer goes charging into the Liverpool box. Low driven cross, blocked at the near post by Lovren. Alexander-Arnold then hooks a right-footed ball away. Firmino is trying to win that back for Liverpool, but he can't. And Salzburg have it again. There's around about 30,000 people inside this stadium. Obviously the majority Salzburg fans, and they are making one heck of a racket at the moment, and occasionally they're bouncing up and down, but at the moment it's sort of choreographed clapping. Now the bouncing up and down begins away to our left. Lovren's clearance is not a great one, actually. Could have been a better pass that. He's just whacked it right down the field, and none of his teammates can get onto it. So Stankovic has it, the Salzburg keeper. Midway through the first half, Chelsea-Lille on the way on 5 Live tonight. Kelly Cates presenting the show live from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, they beat Lille, definitely through to the last 16. Can get there with a draw, but they would need Valencia to lose to Ajax tonight. Henderson onto Salah. Mane's in space. Salah's found him. Mane's first touch is decent into the penalty. Then the ball just ends up under his feet and he tries to clip it back to Salah, and the pass is blocked. Could possibly have done better. I know he's had an amazing season. It just didn't quite run for him there.
He just couldn't get it out of his feet. But what a ball from Mohamed Salah. Just feeds it down the left-hand side, and you're thinking to Mane, good touch, out your feet, get it away. Just holds up and takes a little bit of a bobble before it gets to him. He tries the reverse pass to Salah, but he has been so lively in this first half.
Ball is back with Stankovic, who's going to take time in his penalty area. Mane's interested. Salah closes in on Maximilian Wöber, one of these two 21-year-old centre-backs for Salzburg. The ball is played up the left-hand side. Haaland had pulled wide. Mwepu, nice ball into Minamino. Minamino onto Haaland on the left. Haaland into the penalty area. Angles tight. Good hit, and Alisson saves with his legs. Another chance for Salzburg.
What play again from Minamino. He's superb. He just runs at the heart of Liverpool. Little 1-2, and then releases Haaland. Such a danger. Lovren just couldn't quite get back at him, and again it's Salzburg on the break.
Well, Liverpool then had a break of their own because Alisson bowled the ball out 50 yards. Robertson was away down the left, wanted a free kick, didn't get it. Here's Minamino suddenly popped up on the right-hand side. Low pass into the feet of Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai with a clever little flick to Mwepu. Now Minamino's gone down inside the Liverpool penalty area, turns to the assistant referee and claims for a penalty. He keeps his flag down, not interested. Of course, video assistant referee available in the Champions League. Salah's now gone down, trying to hold off Wöber, not going to get the free kick. Ulmer's ball over the top. Hwang can't get there, and it's with Alisson, the Liverpool keeper.
They play with a lovely freedom, don't they? Very intricate play and very creative when they're looking at little Cruyff balls around the corner, little flicks, intricate flicks, and very clever.
They've played 25 games in all competitions this season, Salzburg. They have already scored 94 goals. Now, Liverpool have played 25 games in all competitions, and they've only scored 61. I know they're playing in a different league and different competitions, but it just tells you the way they go about it and the firepower that they have. And they're the third top scorers in the Champions League so far this season. Bayern Munich and Tottenham, the only two teams ahead of them. They've had their chances tonight. Liverpool have the ball inside their own half. 20 minutes left in this first half. Napoli leading Genk 1-0. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. As things stand, Napoli going through as group winners and Liverpool going through in second place. Van Dijk inside his own half to Lovren. Lovren misses out Henderson. He finds Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold back to his captain Henderson and across to Lovren. He thought about the long ball left to Andy Robertson. What have you spotted, Stephen?
Liverpool have just tweaked it a little bit on the ball. Jordan Henderson's dropping in. Liverpool creating a back three because of the pressing of Haaland and the pressing of Hwang as well. They just feel that they need that extra body at the back to find a way out, and then when they lose it, Henderson pushes back into the midfield. Just a little bit of a tweak from Jurgen Klopp when Liverpool are on the ball.
Lovren lost just a little bit of patience there, played the ball downfield, it was too long, and ended up with Stankovic. Salzburg are away down the right, still inside their own half. Christensen plays the ball to Szoboszlai. Mwepu, clever layoff. Minamino looks up, sees Ulmer in space on the left. Support from Junuzovic behind him. Diagonal ball to the right, chested down by Szoboszlai. Robertson got in a bit of a tangle, hooks a clearance high in the air. Hwang with his back to goal, controls it, tries to lay it off to Minamino, loses it. Firmino almost got it. Verber's taken it off him, almost crossing the box. Van Dijk is there, towering presence, heads the ball away, controlled on the chest by Alexander-Arnold quite sensibly, volleys it clear with his left foot. Mwepu is everywhere, Stephen. You mentioned him 10 minutes or so ago. He's a Zambian international. He's just 21 years old. He's been excellent.
He's been superb. His distribution is excellent as well, but he's seeing all the second balls quickly. He's onto it as quick as he can be there. Great reading of the play from him.
Salzburg win tonight definitely takes them through. There is a chance if Liverpool lose the game they can still go through, but with Napoli leading Genk by 1-0, that is getting more and more unlikely. So still on the edge here. Napoli have scored a second at home against Genk, so it's looking very comfortable for them. Napoli 2, Genk 0, Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Haaland's ball, well read by Van Dijk, stretches out a long left leg. Ooh, pass back to him, didn't reach him. Van Dijk shrugs and says, how was I supposed to get that? Here's danger. Wang on the edge of the box, looking for Minamino, and Robertson slides in and makes a desperate last-ditch challenge, but a clean one and a good one, and a really important one for Liverpool. Firmino under pressure, holds the ball up inside his own half, lays it off to Robertson, right by that left-hand touchline, right under the nose of the manager Jurgen Klopp. Wide to Mane, short pass to Firmino. Here's Wijnaldum, didn't even need to look there, knew Henderson was on his bike. Henderson looking for the run through the middle here of Keita. Keita, the former Salzburg player, has Salah in support. Oh, he had to score. He's dragged it wide of the near post. It's a second glorious chance of the first half for Mo Salah. I can't believe he's missed it.
I can't believe what I've just seen. It's great play from Naby Keita. He draws two defenders in. It's Salah on his left foot. Rather than going across the goal, he tries to give the keeper the eyes and go in the near post, and he just pulls it. It's a terrible mistake from Mohamed Salah. It's not even close. It's 2 or 3 yards past the near post. Terrible miss from Mohamed Salah. Again, the decision making of Liverpool not good enough. And will it cost them?
Well, I was just going to say, is that going to come back to bite them? Because you do feel this Salzburg team has goals in it. We've played half an hour, it's still 0-0. I'm just getting slightly concerned about my offer to move out here if the game finishes. Because I made one of these bets at the end of the last season when I said that Fulham wouldn't keep a clean sheet at Bournemouth, and I still actually owe a dinner to Ian Dennis and Chris Waddle for that bet. So they would argue I don't actually keep my word. But I certainly need a goal in this game. Half an hour gone, BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside tonight. Full commentary live from the Stadion Salzburg, which is rocking. We're enjoying a good game. Alexander-Arnold threads one through the middle for Mane to chase. On Gene's ball back into Stankovic. Nice pass out of his own penalty area by the goalkeeper. Christensen onto Szoboszlai, looking for Haaland. Haaland is not going to catch that. And the ball is back with Alisson, who will start it all again for Liverpool. Alexander-Arnold to Naby Keita. Keita, who made that first Premier League start of the season against Bournemouth at the weekend, got his first Premier League goal of the season as well. He's able to bring it forward. Nice little touch from Firmino, and scoops it out to the left to Robertson. Quickly on to Mane. Infield to Firmino. Give and go from him, but he doesn't get it back because Wijnaldum plays it to Henderson. Henderson might have taken a little too long to get it to Alexander-Arnold because he was closed down, and Liverpool have had to come back into their own half. 15 minutes left in the first half here in Salzburg. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Robertson back to Wijnaldum. Hwang in strongly on Wijnaldum. Got his pass away just in time. Van Dijk will never be hurried. Just casually uses the outside of his right boot to flip the ball 3 yards away and clips his pass to Lovren. Hwang was trying to get onto the Lovren pass. Van Dijk was able to get there first and clear. Salah's battled hard for that on the right-hand side, 30 yards from the Salzburg goal. Keita to Henderson. Henderson wants to switch play quickly to the left. Robertson has to come back 5 yards to collect the pass. Short ball into Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum goes running towards the edge of the penalty area. Wide again to Robertson. Robertson back to Mane. With that very distinctive sort of peroxide streak down the left-hand side of his head, and Liverpool have gone all the way back via Alexander-Arnold to Alisson, who is standing right in the middle of the Liverpool half, and the Salzburg fans are giving it a few wolf whistles because they feel they are frustrating the European champions. Alisson to Henderson, all inside the Liverpool half. Now Firmino on the halfway line, awkward one to control. Lays it off here to Wijnaldum, wide to Robertson, looking for that first time ball to Mane. It runs to Firmino. Keita wants it right in the middle of the Salzburg half, toes it forward to Mane. It's intercepted. Henderson gets onto the loose ball and starts to look for runners ahead of him. Salah is one of those. Salah holding it up with his back to goal, wins the free kick. The challenge from Wöber was just too strong. He was leaning into Salah, holding on to him, and the free kick, Stephen Warnock, is right on the edge of the Salzburg penalty area. Yeah,
real dangerous position on the right-hand side of the D. This is Trent Alexander-Arnold territory. Mohamed Salah's got the ball in his hands, but it is a foul. He's all over him. He's got his arms around his neck. He's pulling at his arms. Brilliant hold-up play from Salah.
Well, Mo Salah has had two wonderful chances in this game. Two one-on-ones with the keeper. The first one he hit straight at him. The keeper saved with his legs, and amazingly the second one, when he thought he was going to aim for the far corner because that's where all the space was, tried to dummy the keeper and go near post and dragged it a good 4 or 5 yards wide. And Stankovic isn't sure here. This could be Salah with the left foot, it could be Alexander-Arnold with the right, Stephen.
I think it'll depend on the position of the wall and the goalkeeper, who fancies it, whether they fancy that Trent Alexander-Arnold can bend it round the wall into that near side, or whether Salah thinks he can just get it up and over the wall.
Salah with his left foot over the wall, over the bar and behind for the goal kick. So maybe Alexander-Arnold might be on the next one.
Yeah, it's just that difficult yardage. You're sort of 3 yards outside the 18-yard box, so you're 19 yards, 18, 19 yards. To get it up and over the wall, very difficult skill, but he's nowhere near it.
12 minutes remaining in the first half. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Good enough for Liverpool to go through to the last 16 of the Champions League as the champions. And since this format was introduced in the Champions League, I think a lot of people will know this stat. Chelsea are actually the only defending champions not to make it through to the knockout stages in 2012-13. Having won it in 2012, they didn't manage to get through their group. So Liverpool definitely won't want that to happen to them. Christensen, the right back, has taken a knock to his head, so you're not missing any action at the moment. Just over 10 minutes to play in the first half. Chelsea-Lille coming your way in full from Stamford Bridge at 8 o'clock tonight on 5 Live. Mane, sharp as you like on the turn there. Two defenders behind him. Really have to tackle him hard to knock him over. He doesn't get the free kick, actually. The ball is out for a Salzburg throw.
He's furious, isn't he? He should be getting a free kick in that position.
Cleared by Junuzovic. Long ball downfield's a hopeful one. Lovren's header. Alexander-Arnold has to chase it to his right. Ulmer intercepts the ball forward. Here's Mwepu. Mwepu to Ulmer. Ulmer back to Wöber. Wöber comes back to the goalkeeper Stankovic, who puts Wöber under a little bit of pressure there because Salah's there. Now Salah's blocked the clearance, and this could work well for Liverpool. Firmino on the turn. Back to Salah. Salah. It'll pass down to the byline. Naby Keita chases it. I think he's overrun it. Well, the flag didn't go up from the assistant referee. Play continues. Alexander-Arnold's ball comes in, headed away. Henderson was beaten to it by Mwepu, but Mwepu miscontrolled. Here's Keita on the run. Another ball into the penalty area, cleared by Ongene. And Liverpool are back inside their own half. Final ball's not quite been there tonight, Steve.
Nah, it's been really poor so far. Naby Keita's been victim of that on numerous occasions, been sloppy in his play. I just feel like he's always stretching for the ball. He's always just trying to put a toe out to get it where it needs to be.
Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Again, as one, the Salzburg fans are up all around the stadium and clapping their hands together. Ulmer, their left back. Salzburg all in black, playing from left to right in this first half, the Austrian champions. And if they were to drop into the Europa League this season, finish third in this group, lose tonight or draw tonight and drop into the Europa, they'll fancy the Europa League.
Oh, they'll be very strong in the Europa League. There'll be a lot of teams fearing playing them. They're definitely a quality outfit. And Jesse March, the job he's done in such a short space of time, hugely impressive.
Ball infield from Ulmer. Lovren in the right place for Liverpool, intercepts. Keita just lofts one forward. Ongene is there to head it away. Ulmer. High ball, difficult for Van Dijk. He's underneath it, so is Hwang. Hwang gets his body in the way, manages to win it. He's 25 yards out in a central position, considering his options. Minamino is lurking at the far post on the left. Szoboszlai's ball is in. Van Dijk, little back heel clearance on the volley to Henderson. Henderson clips his pass, just a little too hard for Mane, couldn't control it. And that's out for a throw to Salzburg. So they are living dangerously a little, because if Salzburg get ahead in the game, then Liverpool are in trouble. Napoli leading Genk 2-0. If Salzburg win and Napoli win...
Yeah, but that last attack was the first Salzburg attack in sort of 6-7 minutes, if not a little bit longer. Liverpool have been in control of this game so much since the first 10-15 minutes, where Salzburg were really attacking them. Liverpool weathered that storm, and now they're dominating.
Stankovic clears with his right foot. 8 minutes to go here on BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside. Still goalless between Salzburg and Liverpool. Napoli leading Genk 2-0. Napoli and Liverpool going through to the knockout stages as it stands. Verber to Minamino, back to Verber. Stankovic. Henderson has come running all the way forward to put the Salzburg keeper under pressure. Christensen in to win a header on the right. Ball drops in midfield. What a volley ball that is to Haaland. Haaland has Liverpool backpedaling. Big centre forward, comes striding forward. Van Dijk's tackle. Ball comes off the body of Minamino and goes behind for a goal kick to Liverpool.
Van Dijk's been superb, hasn't he? His recovery runs and getting back in position, key tackles and key blocks have been excellent tonight. But they are dangerous on the counter-attack, and you're going to have to be allowed to that. Sometimes you've got to weather the storm and you've got to ride your luck a bit.
Lovren swings a high lofted pass out to the left-hand side, and Robertson wasn't sure whether it was going to be intercepted by Szoboszlai, so he started his run for it late, which meant he couldn't catch it, but he was right not to go, because if Szoboszlai won the header, then Robertson would have had to have got back and tried to make the tackle. He picks up a yellow card tonight, as I said before the game, then Andy Robertson is the one Liverpool player in danger of a suspension. Yellow card tonight, he'd be out for the first leg of the last 16 game. Header sideways from Ongene to Verber. Mane chests it down, keeps it to himself for the moment. Christensen barges into him. Mane didn't like it, laid the ball off to Robertson. Loose pass from him, across field, intercepted by Ulmer. Chased by Naby Keita, who manages to block the first pass. Ulmer gets it away down the left. Lovren is there to clear. Salah tries to lay it off to Keita. Mwepu is there to make a nuisance of himself and win it back for Salzburg. Strong runner as well. Look at him go into Haaland. Oh, Haaland should have taken it on. He tried a little flick, sort of right leg behind left to find Hwang. It was open for him to go into the penalty area and shoot.
Oh, he's furious with himself, and rightly so. Again, the standout player, Mwepu, for Salzburg, draws three players in, just drops a shoulder, and it's a great ball in to Haaland, and he tries a little Cruyff, tries to be clever, just needs to let it run across his body, and he's in on goal.
Inexperience of youth, possibly, just getting a little overexcited. You could see the anguish, though. He realised what a chance he had. Salzburg have taken the ball out of play from their own throw-in. Ulmer couldn't quite keep the return pass within the white lines. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Salzburg have had their chances. Alisson has made a couple of saves, one in particular from Haaland, powerful drive into the near post, but best two of the game have gone to Salah. Sloppy passing from Liverpool means Wijnaldum has to get in and try and win it back. Salzburg have it on the halfway line, and it comes back here to Christensen. Christensen across to Ongene. Ongene with a low ball to Ulmer. Ulmer releases it quickly into the edge of the area. Lovren with the header away. Szoboszlai is challenging for it. Mwepu will hit one, drives it well, but straight at Alisson. And comfortable as you like, takes it with both hands and holds on to it for a second or two.
Well, if you didn't think there was nerves tonight in this Liverpool team, you can see them. The passing's been poor at times, and you can understand that. It was a big game for them.
Salah's layoff doesn't quite find Keita. Salah's challenge, free kick to Salzburg. Too desperate to try and win the ball back, and he caught Junuzovic in midfield, and Salzburg have taken the free kick quickly. This first half has raced by. First of two Champions League commentaries on 5 Live tonight. Chelsea-Lille coming your way from Stamford Bridge. It kicks off at 8 o'clock. Chelsea, knowing a win, definitely takes them through to the knockout stages. Napoli have a third, so I don't think we're in any doubt about which way that one is going. Napoli heading to 12 points in the group. As it stands at the moment with this one at 0-0, Liverpool would finish on 11. Salzburg would drop into the Europa League, finishing on 8 points. Draw good enough for Liverpool as things stand. 0-0. Closing stages of the first half. Ball is played across to Alexander-Arnold inside his own half. Lovren onto Van Dijk. Van Dijk up that left-hand touchline to Robertson. Lets it go on the turn. Mane is beaten to it. Junuzovic did really well to win it and then scamper quickly to that side to keep the ball in play and get his pass away. Little flick on from Szoboszlai. Hwang chipping it over the top to Haaland. The offside flag stays down. Haaland on his left foot lays the ball off to Minamino, who shoots. The flag is now up and the shot goes wide anyway, but the assistant referee didn't flag initially and then did, I think, for the second pass. There was really no need for Minamino to get offside if he is flagging for that, Stephen.
Yeah, and this is the frustrating thing. No, it's the first one that Haaland's offside. Lovren just steps up at the right time. It's good covering from Trent Alexander-Arnold because he can't take that chance. But again, dangerous play, just playing on the shoulder. The Salzburg players of Liverpool's defence. That's the ball they're trying to get all the time. They know the high line that Liverpool play, the high press, and they're just looking to come short. Then they'll spin in behind and they'll try and drop the shoulder.
Last 2 minutes of the first half. Napoli leading Genk 3-0 as Alisson clears with his right foot down the inside left channel. Gene is up. Really powerful header away. Henderson's first time ball to Firmino. Robertson slightly miscontrols, closed down quickly, and the ball's out for a Liverpool throw on the left. Liverpool can still qualify with a defeat tonight if Napoli win, but it is so unlikely because Liverpool would have to score 4 goals in a 1-goal defeat. It would have to finish Salzburg 5, Liverpool 4, or 6-5, or 7-6, or 8-7. That is the only way Liverpool could lose this game with a Napoli win and go through. So with this game at 0-0, don't think we're going to worry about that one just yet. Last minute of the first half, and Liverpool actually have a free kick here in an attacking position. 10 yards inside the Salzburg half. Jordan Henderson wants that ball quickly. Andy Robertson probably will take it with his left foot. Van Dijk is forward. Lovren is just making a run away from Van Dijk to the other corner of the penalty area. So Van Dijk is on the right, Lovren is on the left. Wijnaldum, Mane and Salah in the middle. Floated up by Alexander-Arnold, nodded down by Firmino. Van Dijk very nearly onto it, and Haaland just gives it a massive swing of the left boot and clears the ball into the Liverpool half. 30 seconds and then into added time at the end of this first half. Here's Robertson. Robertson back to his goalkeeper Alisson. Alisson with his right foot goes long. Mane's in space on this left-hand side. Christensen is able to intercept it. Szoboszlai keeps it. Looks for a little pass to Minamino, who in turn tried to find Wepu. Pass blocked on the edge of the penalty area. Now space for Liverpool here late in the first half. This is 4-on-4. Firmino slides it forward to Salah. Keita trying to get forward in support. Salah sees him, plays it into him. Keita's shot blocked. Can he get the rebound in? No, it just ran away from him. He stuck a leg out and he couldn't quite stick it across the goal line. He wants a corner. The referee says it's a goal kick. It's another good chance for Liverpool right at the end of this enthralling first half.
Oh, it's decision making again. Naby Keita, you don't have to take that on. Roberto Firmino stood in the centre of the goal, just square the pass. It's brilliant from Salah. You think he's going to dip inside and shoot with his left. Keita makes a lovely run round the outside, but the goalkeeper Stankovic just comes out so big, and it's a pass across the goal, and it's an open goal for Firmino, and it's 1-0 then. This is decision making at its worst from Liverpool. They've been so good this season at that side of the game, but tonight just being too selfish in front of goal.
Ball headed forward by Van Dijk has gone out of play for a Liverpool throw on the right. I didn't see how many minutes of added time, just the one. So that's it. End of the first half, and it's Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0, which I can't quite believe, particularly given the quality, Stephen, of the chances that Liverpool had, because that last one there, I mean, Stankovic makes a good save from Keita, but as you say, had he squared it, Firmino was in, and Salah's missed 2 golden opportunities.
Yeah, as good as Salzburg are going forward, they're giving Liverpool plenty of opportunities at the back. Liverpool should be home and dry already. Alisson Becker's made some great saves himself, but Liverpool should have taken their opportunities.
As it stands, Liverpool going through in second place. Napoli lead Genk 3-0. That will win them the group if this one remains a draw. A draw good enough for Liverpool at half-time in Salzburg. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Perfect timing, Kelly. Thank you. The two teams have just come sprinting out of the tunnel to take their positions on the field. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. We've got the old umpire music blasting away in the background, which Stephen Warnock is very much enjoying, sort of using it to keep warm. And the gloves are on in the second half. Stephen, for some reason I didn't put my gloves on in the first half, which seems a little foolish, but feeling a little warmer now I've done so. We're standing for this commentary, which means we can keep moving and keep warm. And Stephen also told me before the game he's wearing a very sort of special pair of socks to keep your feet warm. Just explain very quickly, Stephen, before the second half.
They're just cycling socks, which are waterproof.
Early chance for Salzburg. Alisson's got to come racing out of his penalty area. Hwang was closing down on that ball on the right. Alisson's knocked it out for a throw. He actually needed to knock that into the stands because it came straight back off the hoardings to Hwang, who was looking for a quick throw. Neither manager's made a change. On our replay monitors at half-time, we saw Jurgen Klopp at various stages during the first half going absolutely ballistic at his team's inability to play that final ball and score that goal that'll make such a difference in this game. Salzburg all in black, playing from right to left inside the Stadion Salzburg in this second half. Two-tiered, tight, compact, noisy, steeply raked, really good atmosphere. Been a very attacking game of football at either end of the field. Draw good enough for Liverpool to take them through to the last 16 of the Champions League. A win will take them through as group winners. Napoli lead Genk 3-0. Mwepu has fouled Firmino there. Firmino kept going. Would have been a free kick 30 yards out. Robertson lines up a drive and hooks it well wide. Good 10 yards wide and behind for the goal kick. If you are just joining us on BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside tonight, Liverpool's lineup: Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold at right back, Robertson at left back, Lovren and Van Dijk, the two centre-backs, Wijnaldum, Henderson and Keita, chosen as the midfield three this evening, Salah, Firmino and Mane up front. And Mo Salah had two wonderful opportunities to put Liverpool in front in the first half. Ulmer down the left-hand side, almost found Haaland with the pass. He's going to get a second go. He's beaten Alexander-Arnold on the outside, gets the cross in. Haaland hits the shot hard. Lovren was very close and blocks it. And the referee immediately is pointing to his chest and saying that won't be a penalty because I got a good view of that. And it's hit Lovren in the chest, but Haaland caught that so sweetly. And had Lovren not got in the way, that would have been a tough one for Alisson. Ball into Salah. Oh, he's missed another one. Mane's played him in, 6 yards out. He scooped it over the bar. He should have had a hat-trick.
Mohamed Salah's got his head. He's pulled the shirt over his head, and he just knows this is a perfect opportunity for him again. Possibly offside. It might have gone to VAR, but it's another opportunity for Mohamed Salah after a fantastic ball from Sadio Mane.
Whether it was going to get ruled out or not, Stephen, he had to finish it, didn't he? I mean,
it's been a game of missed opportunities for him. The only thing I'd say, Ali, he's in those positions, and that's the great thing that strikers have to keep doing.
Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. The more Liverpool miss those chances, though, you do just wonder. The European champions could be in danger of going out tonight if they lose this game. A goal will make them feel a lot more comfortable. Firmino chests it down in midfield for Henderson. Henderson up to the halfway line. Mane's knocked to the floor. Christensen penalised for the challenge. Zizan Stankovic in goal for Salzburg. Rasmus Christensen, young Dane at right back. Andy Ulmer, Austrian left back. Two 21-year-old centre-backs, Jerome Ongene and Maximilian Verber. Zlatko Junuzovic and Enoch Mwepu has been particularly impressive in central midfield. Dominik Szoboszlai, just 19 years old. I watched him play for Hungary against Wales in the recent European Championship qualifiers. Very impressive. Mane looking for Salah again on the right-hand side. Japanese Minamino, been very good again for Salzburg tonight. Plays on the right but drifts about all over the field. Erling Braut Haaland. Liverpool have stopped him from scoring so far in this Champions League game tonight because he's scored in every single game in this group so far. And Hwang Hee-chan, the South Korean, alongside him. So those are your two team lineups. 4 minutes played in the second half. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Hwang on the ball in the middle of the Liverpool half. Dribbling, little step over. Lovren follows him out to the left. Gets his pass to Ulmer. Lovren stayed wide to try and block Hwang. Hwang's low pass to the edge of the box. Minamino lining up the shot, couldn't get it away. Ball just taken off his toes. Salah holds it up, lays it off to Mane on the left, and Salah's gone hurtling upfield, wanting Mane to go long early. But Mane's gone infield to Firmino, and Firmino is able to dribble with the ball. Lays it off to Mane, back to Firmino again. Through to Salah. Can he get there? Salah round the keeper. What a save from Stankovic. Got a hand there just in time. Salah thought he was round him, and Stankovic just knocked it out of his path before he could take it round and stick it into an empty net. And had he gone round, he wasn't missing that one.
Oh, it's brilliant from Stankovic, but Salah should go round the goal.
Ball to Haaland, edge of the area, takes it on and shoots into the side netting. And that's another great chance for Salzburg. In this crazy topsy-turvy Champions League game, neither team can get a shot on target and stick it in the back of the net.
Oh, what a game of football we're witnessing here. It's end to end, it's like a basketball game. Haaland on this left-hand side of the box gets it out of his feet and crashes it into the side netting, and it's Liverpool on the attack again.
Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0. Mane with pace. Run was blocked by Ongene. I'm really surprised he's not got a free kick for that. He's down and hurt as well. He knocked the ball past Ongene. Mane is furious. He's up on his feet and he's come racing over to the referee, Danny McKelly, and now it's Mane who gets booked for the protests. And Liverpool also have Lovren down, flat on his back inside the Liverpool half. So Joe Gomez might be warming up right now, depending on what's going on with Lovren. But I thought Mane was a little unlucky there, Stephen.
Yeah, he's knocked the ball past the defender, and he's nowhere near it. He just bounces Mane to the ground, and Mane's furious. He gets back to his feet, chases the referee. There was only one thing that was going to happen. He was only going to get booked, but Mane is furious with the referee.
Just shows the frustration that Liverpool are feeling. We saw it last night in the press conference. Jurgen Klopp was a little edgy, knows how good Salzburg are, know that qualification is on the line, do Liverpool, and at 0-0 at the moment they're okay, but they have had chances to get themselves well clear in the game. So Lovren is down, you're not missing any action, and remember tonight you can listen alongside our final score graphics and the Biddy printer. So either the red button, the iPlayer, or the BBC Sport app to access that. You click on 5 Live final score. Chelsea-Lille is on the way. Chelsea win, takes them through to the last 16. Inter against Barca is a big game tonight. Either Inter or Dortmund will join Barca in the last 16, depending on results. And we'll also know this evening whether it's going to be Zenit or Lyon. And it's 2 out of Chelsea, Ajax or Valencia going through from that group. So Lovren can't continue. Stephen, Joe Gomez comes on.
Yeah, he had a problem at the weekend, came off early in the first half, or midway through the first half against Bournemouth, what was said to be cramp in the game, so you wonder whether he's been a little bit ill or he's had a bit of muscle fatigue, but he's left the pitch just after that incident from Haaland, where Haaland went through on the left. Jurgen Klopp's actually shouting at Lovren as he's leaving down the tunnel, because I don't think Lovren's given Klopp much to go on, but it's an opportunity again for Joe Gomez. You know the pace that he possesses, and it'll be a challenge for him now.
Van Dijk has got to chase Minamino here all the way out to the left wing. Minamino just pops up in positions you're not expecting to get on the ball. Very, very dangerous attacking midfielder. Throw out for Liverpool on the right. Alexander-Arnold gets ready to take. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Draw good enough for Liverpool this evening. That would take them through to the last 16. Napoli leading Genk 3-0. Firmino's ball infield is intercepted. Henderson wins it back for Liverpool. Strong tackle on him by Mwepu. Firmino's ball wasn't the best, back to Gomez. That's his first touch of the evening. It was a 50-50 challenge. He won it. Henderson swings a pass out to the left-hand side. Christensen gets there first. Salzburg's right back beats Mane to it. Long ball downfield. Van Dijk controls it on his chest. And Liverpool can start to build again. Joe Gomez has made 2 Premier League starts this season and 3 starts in the Champions League in all the home games. So not had a massive amount of football. Clever from Alexander-Arnold, knocked it round Szoboszlai, picked it up the other side. Firmino looking to try and slide one in behind Salzburg for Salah. The pass was intercepted. Junuzovic in central midfield over the top looking for Hwang. Pass is overhit, but Alisson already alert again outside his penalty area and clears for Liverpool. 9 minutes played. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 0.
One thing you know with Joe Gomez coming onto the pitch, Salzburg might have to change that tactic. They were looking in behind Lovren. They won't have that option now in behind Joe Gomez. He's lightning quick. He's quite happy to get in a foot race with someone. He'll back himself to win that.
Danger lurking here for Liverpool at the moment on BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside. If they lose this game, the way things stand, they're going out of the Champions League. The holders would be out in the group stages. Haaland's cross from the left, went through the legs of Gomez. Dangerous. Cleared. Firmino. Little flick behind him looking for Keita. Well intercepted by Verba. Salzburg coming forward. Henderson does well. Sensed the danger. Nipped in there and won it for Liverpool. Played to Firmino. Forward quickly to Keita. Keita on to Salah. Salah, clever from him. Little back heel into the path of Mane. Salah is to his right. Mane with his pace into the penalty area. Crosses blocked. Christensen did really well to stick with Mane. Then wins the second challenge as well. That has got one of the biggest roars of the night inside this stadium. That was top defending.
Really good defending from Christensen, because Sadio Mane can go either side. He tries to do a little step over, drops the left shoulder, goes on the right. Christensen, far too strong, just bullies Mane off the ball, and the cheers around the stadium. Much appreciated, the defending of Christensen.
Liverpool never seem to do it the easy way. This the third successive season in the Champions League. They've needed a result in the last group game, needed to beat Napoli at Anfield last year. They did that 1-0. The year before, they needed to avoid defeat to Spartak Moscow at Anfield. They did a little more than that. They won that game by 7 goals to 0. They won a goal here tonight. Mane with pace into the box. Keeper comes to meet him. Mane's chipped it. Keita's header is in. He's scored against his former club, and that makes things a lot more comfortable for the European champions. A win for them in Salzburg tonight will take them through as group winners, and finally they have taken one of their opportunities. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 1.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's that ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold. The switcher play to Andrew Robertson. He draws 2 defenders towards him, then plays the ball down the left-hand side to Sadio Mane. Mane just takes it past the defender, and he just drives into the box. The keeper, no man's land. He comes far too wide to the left-hand side of the box, and Mane just dinks it into an area. Great header from Naby Keita, and Liverpool in control of this situation now. 1-0 Liverpool.
So Liverpool going through as group winners as things stand. Napoli leading Genk by 3 goals to 0. Salzburg need to win this game. This will open it up, Stephen.
It will indeed. This is big now, because Salzburg know they have to go and score 2 goals to progress out the group stages. For Liverpool, they'll hope gaps will appear.
Ball over the top, though, could have Liverpool in trouble. Haaland brings it down on his right thigh, plays it to Szoboszlai, ball into the penalty area. Minamino can't control it, and Alisson is able to dive on top of it. Liverpool, when they've scored first, have won their last 31 games. They're unbeaten in their last 45 games when they've scored first. So those are stats that make me feel very, very good. Win or a draw, good enough. Henderson's ball very nearly finds Salah. Ongene's header only reaches Salah. Angles very tight. Salah with the finish. What a goal! What a goal from Mo Salah. He was right down by the byline on the right-hand side. He's missed some easy ones tonight. That was the toughest of the lot. Little touch took him past the keeper, and from the tightest of angles he's tucked it away, and Liverpool are heading through to the last 16 in the Champions League. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2.
Well, it's an outrageous pass from Jordan Henderson. He spins it from midfield, and it's in behind the centre-back, and Mohamed Salah, he reads the situation because the defender gets a touch. Stankovic again in no man's land, and Salah just pushes it round him. The angle is outrageous. I'm thinking, it's on your weaker foot, Mo, you can't hit this. He does, and he puts it in, and it's an outrageous finish. The hardest opportunity of the night.
He's 2 yards away from the byline, off balance, running at speed, and the shot he hits is actually sort of an in-swinger, so it starts towards the post, curls across the face of the post and trickles into the far corner. And the ball from Henderson, Stephen, why it was so good, Ongene really had to stretch to win that header, but couldn't get enough on the header, and Salah was alert to that, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ongene knew he was in massive trouble. The ball was perfect from Jordan Henderson, but again, it's opened the game up for Liverpool, and that's what's going to happen.
Almost cross in, headed away by Van Dijk, and I'm sure all those Liverpool fans listening to us wherever you are this evening are breathing a little easier. Keita's goal in the 57th minute, Mo Salah's goal in the 58th minute, and Liverpool now are cruising. They are going to win this group with a win. Other group winners going into the last 16 so far: Manchester City and Barcelona. Wijnaldum trying to slide one through to Firmino. It is really opening up for Liverpool now. Henderson, another nice pass, saw the space on the left. Here's Robertson, Liverpool hungry for more. Cross comes in right across the face of goal. Salah can't reach it, and it's behind for the goal. So Manchester City, Barcelona, Juventus, PSG, Bayern and Liverpool are going to be group winners as things stand.
Yeah, I also wonder how long Andrew Robertson will stay on the pitch with that booking. He might just decide to bring James Milner on, put Milner on at left back and save his left back for the group stage, for the knockout stages.
Keep an eye on that then. Liverpool have already made the one change with Joe Gomez. Chelsea against Lille. Our other Champions League commentary for you tonight on BBC Radio 5 Live. Frank Lampard's team knowing a win would also take them through to the last 16. Gomez heads the ball sideways inside his own half. Wijnaldum has to stretch. Mwepu's beaten into it. Robertson is there, and he plays the ball back to Alisson, who thumps it away with his right foot. Firmino underneath it, gets his body in the way, chests it down to Naby Keita, who did really well with his header as well. The little clip back from Mane, he didn't try and do too much with it. There were bodies around him, but I think he just thought, get it on target, might get a deflection, might get blocked, there always might be a rebound for me to pick up, and as it was, it ended up in the back of the net. Salzburg are giving the ball away inside their own half. Henderson, first time ball, passing is crisp and clean from the Liverpool captain. Mane wants in on the action here, up to the corner of the box, cross in just over the head of Salah, drops 40 yards from the Salzburg goal. Minamino's almost given that away, but he's got the ball back from Ulmer, and Salzburg bring it from inside their own half. Mwepu wide to the right, and Hwang, who scored that wonderful goal at Anfield to get Salzburg back into the game when they were 3-0 down. Salah might be through again here. Stankovic off his line quickly, long way from goal, slides in and clears it with his right foot. Keeper was slightly at fault, wasn't he, Stephen, for the first goal?
He was at fault for both the goals, if I'm being honest. The decision making for the first, he goes past this 6-yard box on the left hand side, and he doesn't need to come out there. There's so much more for Sadio Mane to do. You just feel that spring in Salzburg's step, that drive, that passion he had, it's just been sucked out of them with them 2 goals.
Erling Braut Haaland throwing his weight around there. Legally though, good centre forward play, holding players off. Now here's Hwang on the left hand side. Hwang, edge of the penalty area. Liverpool have got enough bodies in the way. Back to Mwepu, thought about the shot, lays it off to Christensen, the right back. Curling ball across the face of the Liverpool penalty area, chested down by Szoboszlai. That's too close to Alisson, easy catch, and the Liverpool goalkeeper claims it. Haaland's reaction was interesting when Liverpool scored their second. He lost the plot. He was absolutely livid.
Yeah, he walked across to the bench, grabs a bottle of water and he threw it to the ground. He knew what an opportunity it was tonight, and he obviously felt that the keeper was at fault as well. He was furious.
Alexander-Arnold chipping a ball forward to the halfway line. Wijnaldum brings it down, plays it to Firmino. Firmino bounces off a challenge across to Mane. Mane got to the ball first, but the pass is intercepted. Here's Christensen at right back, crosses the halfway line. Great run from Minamino again. Hwang starts to make a run in the middle. Cross comes in, deflected. Alexander-Arnold had to stretch to head it away. Firmino's there, gets onto the bouncing ball. Mwepu wins it for Salzburg, knocked over by Mane. Free kick Salzburg, possibly a little too far out for a shot, you never know, maybe 35 yards or so in a central position. 18 minutes gone in the second half. Live in Salzburg tonight you are with BBC Radio 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside, and Liverpool fans can prepare for more adventures in the Champions League as things stand. Leading 2-0 and currently winning this group. 3 of the Salzburg players over the free kick. Junuzovic is one of them. Szoboszlai is the other. Junuzovic was just patting the top of the back of his head there for some reason, whatever signal that is. Possibly not a very subtle one if he's saying I'm going to float it in for a header here, because I think I could read that. Ulmer runs over it. Junuzovic floats it in for a header at the far post, and it's too far, and it's behind for a goal kick. Stephen Warnock.
Yeah, that's one of the lines that Liverpool really like to hold. They hold a high line. I think they actually give offside, as Van Dijk's saying it's offside. It is way offside, and this is the frustrating thing again. The referee or the assistant referee doesn't put his flag up.
So it's actually gone, should have been a free kick. That's what Van Dijk wanted to take. It's a goal kick, and Liverpool have had to start again. Mo Salah, by the way, with that goal tonight, has reached 20 Champions League goals for Liverpool. The only other player to go past 20 in this competition, Steven Gerrard, with 30. Salah could actually be on 23 or 24 tonight.
He could have been on 30. The way he's played, the chances he's created, he deserved his goal tonight. He's been superb in the game, getting in on positions, always being a danger, and you expect him to possibly add to that tally tonight.
25 minutes to play, and Liverpool comfortable now. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Wijnaldum across to Robertson, just outside the Salzburg penalty area. Wijnaldum wide to Mane. Oh, clever from Mane. Nutmeg on Wepu. Then he's away from him at pace, and then he stumbles over the ball, but he was tripped, and he's won Liverpool a free kick. He's on fire this season, Sadio Mane.
He's been the go-to man, hasn't he? He's been the man when Liverpool aren't quite performing. He steps up to the plate. He's the one who drives Liverpool on and tries to create something. Last year when they played Bayern Munich away from home, they had a tough game at home. They drew the game. He was the man in Bayern Munich. He was a real thorn in the side of Bayern. He took the game to them, and he was excellent on that night. He's been exactly the same tonight.
Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Free kick for Liverpool, just about on the corner of the Salzburg penalty area. Left-hand side as Liverpool are attacking. Alexander-Arnold with his right foot whips it at goal and wide into the side netting. Stankovic was very nearly caught out there. He's miles away from that, the Salzburg keeper.
He's beaten Ali. He didn't have a clue what Trent Alexander-Arnold had tried then. He whips it into that near post, thinking that he's going to try and hit Van Dijk. Tries to catch Stankovic out, and I actually thought it was in at first. Just hits the side netting.
Salzburg getting ready to make a change. Patson Daka, another Zambian, getting ready to come on for them. Hwang backpedaling, lines up a shot on the edge of the Liverpool box, hits it well, but Alisson is there, straight at him, palms it down. The ball bobbles along the floor inside the penalty area, and Alisson picks it up tonight. It's been really good, unfussy, top-class goalkeeping from Alisson tonight, hasn't it, Stephen?
Yeah, he does the simple things so well. His line that he holds is so high as well. He's like a sweeper. It's just a dream to play with for the two centre-halves, knowing that there's anything over the top, he's off his line, he's coming. It cost him a couple of weeks ago against Brighton when he came out, but you always know that's his decision, and he's brave in what he does.
Gomez on the ball for Liverpool, all in red with the white numbers on their backs. European champions, 6 times European Cup winners, 9 times finalists, at it again in this competition as it stands, going through as the group winners. Junuzovic, central midfielders, coming off, and Patson Daka is coming on, who scored a fair few goals actually for Salzburg this season. He's another one. He's got 13 in the Austrian Bundesliga and 16 in all competitions. It's not quite Haaland levels, but it's still decent. Salah looking for the run of Mane. Christensen just there in time to clear with his left foot. Ball drops just inside the Salzburg half. Henderson knocks the ball away to Robertson on the left. Mane comes running towards him. Just bounced off his knee a little, slightly awkwardly, so I had to give it straight back to Robertson. Van Dijk into Wijnaldum. Here's Robertson. Lofted ball down the left. Mane's got away from Christensen. Salah speeding into the penalty area. Mane tries to burst between the two defenders. Not going to get the free kick, and Mane got to be careful with the complaints now, because he's on that yellow card, having been booked for his reaction to a foul he didn't get earlier in this half. Gomez inside the Salzburg half, across to Alexander-Arnold, back to Gomez, quickly under pressure from Haaland, plays it across to Van Dijk, onto Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum running down the left-hand side. Firmino's dropped deep here to get on the ball for Liverpool, into central midfield, and Naby Keita caught by Mwepu. Free kick for Liverpool.
Well, with that change for Daka coming on, there's been a change of formation as well for Salzburg. Haaland up on his own, and then that leaves Hwang and Daka just in behind Haaland. They're trying to pack that midfield a little bit more, but then having the numbers to break as well. They've gone with the 3 in midfield, with the 2 in front, and then Haaland up as the lone striker.
Clever free kick from Liverpool, and Firmino very nearly slides one in for Mane on the left-hand side. Salzburg got there just in time. They're playing the ball out from their own half. Nice touch and turn from Hwang. Szoboszlai is able to sprint forward, run at the Liverpool defenders. Haaland trying to stay onside. Szoboszlai took too long, goes down. Hwang then gets onto the ball, but Alexander-Arnold is there and clears quickly up towards Salah on the halfway line. He's tackled by Ulmer, and it's out for a throw-in to Liverpool on the right. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Napoli 3, Genk 0, taking Liverpool through as group winners. Napoli through in second place, and watch out, Europa League teams could easily meet English opposition, Scottish opposition in the knockout rounds in the Europa League, because Salzburg are going to be very, very dangerous indeed. Just over 20 minutes to play. I've just realised as well, Stephen, with those goals, I'm not moving to Austria either, so that's
I didn't want to bring that up.
That saved me an absolute shed load. I tell you what though, I wouldn't mind having maybe a winter house here if I could
it's a
afford it.
lovely place, isn't it? I mean, we're fortunate enough today to go out into the local city and small town, isn't it? Really, It's a lovely place to be.
Alexander-Arnold, long diagonal ball down the middle of the pitch. Mane making a nuisance of himself. Good header away from Christensen. Just got the whiff of a glue vine in my nostrils there. Our producer Juliet has gone early in sampling the local delicacies. That smells very, very good. 25 minutes gone in the second half. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Haaland onside. He's had some chances this evening. Cross comes in from the left. He's overhit it. Oh, he's so annoyed with himself as well. Very emotional player, actually, isn't he? He's gone behind for a goal kick.
He is. He's big. He's mobile. You could see from the first goal how emotional he is. He knew this was a big opportunity tonight. He'll be so frustrated because he wants to carry on playing in the Champions League. The big ask now is how long they can keep hold of this guy for.
Yeah, clubs looking at him. Manchester United often mentioned. Third youngest scorer of a hat-trick in the Champions League, which he did against Genk in the first game this season. Raul and Rooney, the only two to do it younger. Jordan Henderson's been excellent again for Liverpool tonight, his 50th appearance in European competition for the club. Alexander-Arnold's given the ball away. Here's Hwang, wide on the left, wants it back on his right foot, plays it back to Ulmer, controls it with his studs, fired the pass. It hit Hwang, wasn't meant for him. Henderson trying to get away down the right, knocks the ball into the shins of Verba, and it's out for a throw into Liverpool. So, last 20 minutes of the game, just wondering, I think there's another Liverpool change coming. That looks like Milner. You might be spot on here, Stephen, with the Milner for Robertson.
I just think, why would you take that chance? Why would you mess with it? It could be a simple thing that gets Robertson booked, a tug of the shirt, an incident where he feels that he has to make a challenge. No point. Got the experience of James Milner as well.
Down the line, might reach Salah here on the edge of the penalty area. Naby Keita's ball was neither one nor t'other there. Firmino was running on his left, Salah on his right, and he sort of put it between the pair of them, and neither of them could get there. Jurgen Klopp's going to be a happier man. Such a busy schedule for Liverpool at the moment. Next up, lunchtime kick-off on Saturday at home to Watford. And then it's going to be a much-changed Liverpool team next week away to Aston Villa in the League Cup quarter-finals, because the first-team regulars are all off to Qatar for the Club World Cup. Liverpool will be involved in a couple of games over there. Wijnaldum to Keita. Keita knocked off the ball. That's a competition Liverpool have never won. Will they be desperate to win it, do you think, Steve?
Absolutely, and the fans are desperate for them to win it as well. They've got a massive following going out there, speaking to a lot of fans in recent weeks.
Here's Haaland trying to get away on the halfway line up against Van Dijk. What a great physical battle that is. Van Dijk just held him off. Ball floated into that Liverpool penalty area. Minamino, dummy, shoots. It's deflected. Robertson got in the way of it. It's gone behind for a corner.
And change is about to come. James Milner is about to enter the pitch. Jurgen Klopp's just told the fourth official, hold on, need to defend this corner first, and it's possibly the man who's about to leave the pitch, Andrew Robertson, with a fantastic block. If he doesn't get that, it's definitely calling Alisson into action again.
Well, for Salzburg to go through, they still need 3 goals here. I mean, they've got to go for it. They might as well. They're definitely finishing third in this group. Draw good enough for Liverpool. They lead 2-0. Corner comes in and Alisson is there. Very solid underneath the curling corner. Catches it in both hands. So James Milner going through the stretching routine on the sideline. Ball is rolled out by Alisson to Alexander-Arnold. Chelsea against Lille on the way on BBC Radio 5 Live. Full commentary from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea can guarantee their progress to the last 16. That would mean all 4 English teams would be through if they can win that game tonight. Firmino gets the ball from Mane into the penalty area, pokes it towards the near post into the side netting. The angle was very, very tight. I think he felt that was his only option. Here's the change. Firmino off, Milner on.
Well, it's not what we expected. We thought that would be the change. He hasn't been great tonight, Roberto Firmino. He had an opportunity there again to square the ball to Naby Keita. He would have had an opportunity. Firmino does not look happy at all. He's staring across at the bench.
What he's got now, though, having come off the pitch immediately at the nearest point of exit, is a lovely walk in front of those loyal, travelling Liverpool fans. We've spoken to so many of them this afternoon, so many of them without tickets, but one of them absolutely made up, Stephen. We met him at a road crossing, didn't we? And he showed us the selfie on the phone, and he bumped into Jurgen Klopp. So whether he was going to get into the game tonight or not, he wasn't bothered, really.
No, he wasn't bothered one bit. He'd seen his idol, he'd seen the man who he's delighted to have at the football club. That's how he was talking. You could see how passionate he was about meeting him. A great occasion for him.
Napoli have a fourth against Genk. Hammered Genk tonight. Not been a good group stage for the Belgians, but it's not going to be good enough for Napoli either. They are going to go through as one of the runners-up. 15 minutes to play here in Salzburg. Liverpool leading 2-0. And while we were just talking there, Masaya Okugawa has come on for Haaland. So that's the last we've seen of Haaland this evening. What did you make of his performance, Stephen?
He's a danger. He's a big, powerful player. He's very raw. I think he wouldn't find it as easy in the Premier League as he finds it in the Austrian League, but that's no surprise. I think the way that Salzburg play suits him so much. The way they throw men forward, they get men in and around him, that frees up space for him.
Salah lays the ball off to Henderson. Lovely whipped pass with the outside of his right foot. Mane, he tried to keep it in. He's ended up in the Liverpool dugout, lost his balance, went flying past Jurgen Klopp and ended up in the laps of his teammates. And then suddenly he pops out and reappears as Salzburg take the throw. They need 3 goals in 14 minutes. Can't really see that happening. But saying that, they were 3-0 down at Anfield and turned that one around pretty quickly. So you never know. 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside bringing the commentary from Salzburg this evening. Salah getting onto a ball, chance for a second goal. At pace into the box. Ongene runs beyond him. Salah on his left foot, curling shot saved by Stankovic and whacked away by Wöber. He could have pulled that back.
And he should have pulled that back. Jordan Henderson is furious with him, and it wasn't even Jordan Henderson who wanted the pass. He goes past the defender, stands him up, and he tries that curler that we see so often into the far left corner. Naby Keita stood right in front of him, just passed the ball to him again. He's got an open goal.
Alexander-Arnold away down the right for Liverpool. He's won them a corner, in total control, leading by 2 goals to 0. Little bit edgy for the first hour or so. Liverpool missing chances. Salzburg had a few themselves, but Liverpool looking very comfortable now. And had Salah played that into Naby Keita, then they would already be leading by 3 goals to 0, and actually could easily have scored 6 or 7 this evening. That's how good, how clear those opportunities have been. Alexander-Arnold, low one into the near post. Ball runs a long way through the area. Salah tries to hit a left-footed volley, scuffed it slightly, and the ball deflects away. And out to Alexander-Arnold. Milner just caresses a ball gently down the inside right channel. Naby Keita chases it, manages to keep it in by the byline. Salzburg player right at his back, knocks into him. The ball comes off Keita. Salzburg has stolen about 10 yards down that left-hand touchline on the throw-in. Minamino is being told to march it back a little bit there, and he's thrown the ball to his teammate Andy Ulmer. Ulmer clears with his left foot up to the halfway line. Gomez nods it down. Henderson flicks it forward, high ball. Salah brings that down out of the sky. Mane tries a first-time cross, which is blocked. Szoboszlai pass forward finds Mwepu. That's loose from Mwepu, and Andy Robertson suddenly onto it and charging forward at pace. Just overran it slightly. Szoboszlai gets another chance to play a better pass here to Daka. Daka looking for the run of Minamino. Robertson is there to intercept, but the danger's not quite gone yet. Slip from Daka. Henderson playing a little 1-2 here with Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum almost away, then stopped, held up on the halfway line, gets the ball back to Andy Robertson. Just over 10 minutes to play. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Alexander-Arnold coming towards him is Sadio Mane on the right hand side. Mane leaves it for Henderson. Henderson back to Alexander-Arnold. Lovely crisp pass to Keita. Keita bursting through the Salzburg midfield, looking for a little pass around the corner to Salah. Salah chases, it's not behind, for another Liverpool corner. More goals in it, actually, Stephen, if they want.
If they want it, there's definitely more goals. The ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold there, delightful pass, just pings it between the lines, similar to the ball that he played against Bournemouth the other day for the Keita goal as well. His passing is so crisp. And
Liverpool corner on the right, referee saying get on with it. Mo Salah was standing there as if he was going to take it. He's left it for Alexander-Arnold, who's taken a long time to get to the corner flag. Takes it low into Keita, lays it off to Salah. Might as well hit one here from the edge of the box. That's blocked. Keita chests it down. Little back heel to his right. Finds Alexander-Arnold. Cross comes in. Oh, acrobatic header is well wide. Good effort from Sadio Mane, who's really having to contort his body to try and get that on target. Goal kick to Salzburg. So 10 minutes to play. Chelsea-Lille on the way in full on 5 Live, and tomorrow night John Murray and Pat Nevin, not too far away from here actually, just over the border, are bringing you Bayern Munich against Tottenham, although no jeopardy in that one for either team. Bayern have won the group, Tottenham are finishing second. Alexander-Arnold, first time ball inside his own half, across to his fellow fullback Andy Robertson, who may well finish this game and just tread carefully for the last 10 minutes or so on that yellow card. Liverpool still interested in more though. Bringing the ball forward at pace was Wijnaldum. Wide to Mane on the right. Mane's cross, good one. Wijnaldum leaps, just beaten in the air. Mwepu's there for Salzburg. Clears with his right foot. Milner's battling for it. Couldn't quite bring the ball down. Header away, and then Szoboszlai with a slightly risky lofted headed back to his keeper. Salah was interested for a second, but Stankovic is out and claims it. Christensen down the right. Knocked down the line by Okugawa. Daka, another one of the Salzburg substitutes, chases. Salzburg fans still in good voice. Had a really good Champions League campaign. Might be in trouble here. Mane onto Salah. Back to Mane. Takes a touch. Left-footed drive, and Stankovic saves. Salah tries to get the rebound. Might be able to get it back to Mane again. Mane can't shoot. Lays it off to Henderson. Henderson floats it to the far post. Milner with a touch down to Keita. Very intricate stuff inside the Salzburg penalty area, and eventually they come out to Andy Robertson. The chance has gone for now. Henderson, 35 yards out in a central position. Ball is played back to the halfway line, and Gomez has it for Liverpool.
Well, Mane and Salah were just toying with them there, weren't they? Just trying to make the perfect goal, trying to take a little bit too easy in and around that Salzburg penalty box. They should have put the ball away.
Christensen clears with his right foot. It's Stephen Warnock with us here in Salzburg on 5 Live and BBC Radio Merseyside. Van Dijk inside his own half with his right foot. Little pass to the left. And Naby Keita comes towards him, plays the ball back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk to Henderson. Henderson, a couple of Salzburg players in front of him, so just takes his time. Cross to Gomez, lay off from Mane, first time to Henderson, back to Mane. Salzburg having to do a lot of chasing here, and the clock is not on their side. Liverpool leading 2-0.
It's like a training game now for Liverpool. It's far too easy. Salzburg, they realise they've been beaten and beaten well. They just can't get that extra spring in the legs, that dynamic that they had in the first half.
Here they come though, they'll keep trying. Minamino through the middle, looking for a little 1-2 with Hwang. Szoboszlai on the ball towards Hwang, into that Liverpool penalty area. Robertson goes with him, just bides his time. Ball comes off Robertson's foot, up in the air, and grabbed by Alisson. Jurgen Klopp was very serious, slightly edgy last night in the press conference, but you said to me last night, Stephen, and repeated it again today, he always knew he had the team to, was never going to underestimate Salzburg, but knew that Liverpool had the team to beat them.
Yeah, I think some opportunity again. Yeah, I think he just believes in this team. I think you can see that from the team that he picked against Everton, the team that he picked against Bournemouth. There's a real belief that whatever player comes into the system at the moment, they can do it. They can. I mean, Shaqiri coming in against Everton in the derby, hadn't played for 2-3 months, and it was, well, why are you playing him? The talk around the changing room, around the ground, was that Shaqiri had been outstanding in training, deserved to play. And when you've got a manager who gives you that opportunity off the back of training, and you go and repay him, that's so satisfying for Jurgen Klopp to know he's got that.
6 minutes plus added time remaining. I heard the scream of ow from here. That was Daka who got caught by Alexander-Arnold. The ball went out for a Salzburg throw. Alexander-Arnold took the ball, and then the follow-through ended up on Daka's ankle, and then Alexander-Arnold almost got one from Gomez. Long ball over the top. Salah will chase. Stankovic off his line. Offside flag is up anyway. So that'll be a free kick to Salzburg. And this is an obvious thing to say, Stephen, but given Liverpool's performances in this competition, not only down the years, but in the last couple of seasons under Jurgen Klopp, no one will fancy them, will they?
No, especially over two legs. And I think the Barcelona game in the second leg last year will have sent shockwaves through Europe. If you play Liverpool at home first and then you go to Anfield in the second leg, you're very, very worried. I think the ideal scenario, like you said to me, Ali, you want Liverpool first at Anfield, and you want to get out there with a half-decent result. If you can maybe get out of there with a draw, then you go back to your own ground and fancy your chances, but no one will want to go to Anfield.
Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Liverpool going through as group winners. 5 minutes remaining here in Salzburg on BBC Radio 5 Live. The ball boy needs to sort it out. There's 2 balls on the pitch, players underway. He wasn't quite brave enough, and then he's just tiptoed out and done it, and Liverpool's attack continues. They'll be grateful to him. Keita onto James Milner. Milner trying to get across from left to right. It was beyond Mane, slightly mishit, sort of sliced off the left foot. Divock Origi is waiting to come on for Liverpool. It's their third change in this game, and Liverpool very comfortably keep the ball and come back to the halfway line. Poor pass from Gomez. Alexander-Arnold can't keep that in, and so Origi is waiting to come on, but there's no time. He wasn't in position and ready to go. Salzburg have taken the throw. Salzburg need 3 goals in 5 minutes. Szoboszlai lays it back to Ulmer. Divock Origi continues to get instructions from his manager Jurgen Klopp. On Gene, the centre-back, plays it to Christensen on the right. Little ball from him into Okugawa, but he couldn't keep his feet, loses his balance, it comes off him and goes behind for the goal kick. Salzburg fans having one last sing-song, and the player coming off here is Naby Keita. How's he done for you this evening, Stephen?
He's been better in the second half. Thought he was sloppy in the first half. I'm a fan of his. I think he's capable of unlocking defences. He's capable of scoring goals like we saw in the second half. It's, as I said before the show, it's the simple things, the 3, 4, 5 yard passes that sometimes he doesn't do well.
Had a couple of years here with Salzburg, scored against them tonight. I was just waiting to see if the Salzburg fans were going to cheer him off there, but not particularly. Sort of smattering of applause for him. Liverpool fans much more grateful for the performance. Crucial first goal to make things a little more relaxed. Wijnaldum charging away down the left, then stops, plays it back to Milner into the 88th minute of the game. Milner, lovely ball down that left-hand touchline to Wijnaldum. Liverpool just need to keep it now. They've done that. Wijnaldum to Milner. A few tricks and flicks coming out from James Milner. Ball in field to Salah, 30 yards from goal. Dummies to pass it. Stops it under his studs, plays it back to the left. Robertson onto Milner. Milner here to Wijnaldum. Back to Robertson. Thought about a first-time cross. Finds Salah, 25 yards out. Mane looking for the layoff to Salah. Didn't quite work. Szoboszlai inside his own half. Forward to Hwang. Lays it back to Szoboszlai. Hwang's continued his run over the top. Gomez is trying to stick with him. Ball comes across the face of the Liverpool box. Robertson's there, and on the turn hooks it away with his left foot, and out for a throw-in to Salzburg.
I say Hwang's been far more superior player to Haaland, more dangerous.
Minamino on the right for Salzburg. Time to try and pick out a teammate in the middle. Hwang jumps, beaten in the air. Brought away by Origi, that's his first touch. Powerful run from him to Mane. Mane on to Salah. The offside flag is up. Oh, it's gone down again because Salah didn't go for the ball. Henderson's gone for it now. Comes into Mane, takes a touch. Still Mane, shoots over the bar. Salzburg might have complained about that had that gone in, but that was an interesting one, wasn't it, Stephen, from the assistant referee, because his flag went up early because he thought Salah was going to touch it. Salah left it, Henderson was onside, and he let the play continue.
Yeah, it's really clever play from Jordan Henderson. He spots that he can be in on goal, and he's got an opportunity to play the ball. Sadio Mane should do better. It's a poor first touch. He has to drop back inside to get that shot away, and well blocked from Salzburg again.
Yeah, shot was on target. I didn't realise that at the time. It's gone behind for a corner. Verba got a block in, but actually had he had a better first touch he would have scored. 89th minute. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2. Liverpool corner. Salzburg have made one last change, bringing on Majid Ashimeru in place of Dominic Szoboszlai. Alexander-Arnold with the corner, flicked to the far post, headed back across that Salzburg goal line, nodded away. Alexander-Arnold jumps, heads it back in towards the 6-yard area. All sorts of players in there. Gomez is one of them. Ball bounced off him and out of the box and away to James Milner. And this job is almost done. And the Salzburg fans, quite rightly, are going to thank their team for an excellent Champions League campaign, and the manager, Jesse Marsch, in turn applauds the Salzburg fans. The European adventure will continue for them, but it will be in the Europa League, and I for one have really enjoyed watching them play their football tonight. They're still risking it at the back here, and Salah almost nicks it off the toes of Ongene. Added time, 2 minutes at the end of this game, and then Liverpool will be celebrating passage to the knockout stages. Might do it with a third goal. Wijnaldum at full speed into the Salzburg penalty area, across to Salah, one touch, and he's hooked the shot wide. Salah's finishing, despite the one fantastic goal tonight, has not been at its best. It's been far from its best.
That's another opportunity. I mean, how many goals could he have had? He could have easily had 6 or 7 goals tonight. He's been in great opportunities, got in great positions, and his finishing, like you say, Ali, very, very poor for his standards.
Looks like it's going to be back-to-back clean sheets as well for Liverpool. Had one at Bournemouth on Saturday, which is the first clean sheet in 14 games, and was only their 4th this season. So that will certainly please Jurgen Klopp as well, and it's just another fixture ticked off in this very busy month. Watford at home next up on Saturday. Young team away to Villa in the League Cup next week. Club World Cup for the first team. Off they go to Qatar. Leicester away. What a game that'll be late on Boxing Day evening. Here's Daka for Salzburg. Up to the edge of the Liverpool bar. He's got it all wrong. Didn't shoot, didn't pass, tried to pass, but just basically knocked it straight back to Alisson when he was trying to find Okagawa on the left.
Yeah, a real good opportunity for Daka to try and test Alisson, trying to create something. Poor play from him. Liverpool just so in control of this game. It's far too easy for them in the second half.
30 seconds to play. 2 goals in 2 minutes has done the job tonight in Salzburg. Chelsea against Lille. Full commentary on the way from Stamford Bridge. Liverpool joining Manchester City and Tottenham in the knockout stages of the Champions League. Divock Origi is running into trouble. My stopwatch tells me we've got 15 seconds remaining. Last chance for Liverpool. Wijnaldum's won it on the halfway line. Gives it to Mane. Mane looking for Wijnaldum into the box. Wijnaldum on the turn. The ball gets caught underneath his feet. He can't get the shot away. Stankovic grabs it, the Salzburg keeper, runs to the edge of his penalty area. But Salzburg know the game is up, and the job is done by Liverpool. They missed some glorious chances tonight to make this much more comfortable for themselves in the first half. Mo Salah in particular, the guilty party there. But then bang bang, 2 quick goals in the second half. Naby Keita with a header, Mo Salah with an unbelievable finish to get his goal from a very tight angle, and Liverpool through Stephen Warnock as group winners. Job done.
Yeah, job done from Liverpool. Great away performance. They've stuttered this year away from home, but when it was needed, they came up trumps. Fantastic performance from Liverpool.
No problem for the champions in the end. We have 3 English teams now in the knockout stages: Manchester City, Tottenham and Liverpool. We wait to see this evening on 5 Live if Chelsea are going to join them. All over in Salzburg. Salzburg 0, Liverpool 2.